What up with y'all, man? We finna kick game real quick. How much you need to start trading with? How much you need to start investing? Shit, let's talk about it. That's the main question I get asked. The main question I get asked is how much do I need, bro? How much does it require to start trading with? You feel me? Everybody in my DM asks me, all right, how much money do it take to make a certain amount of money, or how much money does it take to start a portfolio? You feel me? So shit, let's talk about it real quick, man. It's hot as hell today. So we gotta break it up in two parts, okay? Because it's different between investing and trading. All right. So the amount that you would need for the amount that you can start with investing is not the same amount that you can start with trading. All right. Listen to me clearly. Okay. So the amount that you would start with just regularly investing in shares, you cannot use that same amount when it comes to trading. That makes sense. Exactly, bro. So we finna break it down. Listen very careful. Long-term trading in shares, you can start with any amount. Any amount. It does not matter, right? So if you somebody right now where it's like you got $25, $50, shit, $1, $5, you feel me? Why? Because there's stock prices for every price range. So there's stocks on the market that's traded at $2 for one share. There's stocks on the market that's trading for $5 for one share, $10 for one share. You feel me? So with long-term investing, it does not matter how much you actually start with, bro. All right, do that make sense? Okay? Now, the key when it comes to long-term investing, right? And this is the thing, right? You have your certain starting amount, but it's what you do with after, okay? So let's just say, all right, you got $100 to start off investing long term. What you're going to do is you're going to set yourself to a specific budget that you're going to put in your brokerage account while you're learning and while you're growing your portfolio. And you can either set this up either weekly or bi-weekly. Does that make sense? So if you start off with $100 and then you dedicate $100 a week in your brokerage account, you putting up $400 every week, right? I mean, every month into your brokerage account. You feel me? But you started off with 100. You started off with the 100, right? But by the end of the month, guess how much you got in there? 500. You feel what I'm saying? And then the next month after that, you got 900 because you would have been putting up $100 every single week. And then the next month after that, you got, and so on and so on. So that is the key, and that is the sauce when it comes to long-term investing, how to actually truly build an account. You have to consistently make consistent contributions to your brokerage account, either weekly or bi-weekly, as you're investing at the same time, as you're learning at the same time. Do that make sense, y'all? All right. So that's long-term. Now trading. This is what everybody want to know. Okay. Chris, how much do I need to start trading, bro? Is there a specific amount? Is there a bare minimum? Is there a price range? You feel me? What I always tell people is this right here. I tell them anywhere from $500 to $2,500 is going to be your starting trading options amount. All right. So remember I said at the beginning that you cannot, the same amount that you would have started off with long-term investing, you cannot use that same amount when it comes to options trading. Why? Because options trading is more expensive than long-term investing. You feel me? You're not going to be able to buy a good contract for $1 like you would be able to buy a share for $1. You feel what I'm saying? So $500 to $2,500 is going to be your starting amount. Now, would I recommend you putting that $500 in that account and trying to trade with it? Hell no. Okay? No, I wouldn't, bro. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do the same method that we just, if you starting off with the 500, the same method that we said with the long term, you're gonna do that same thing to build your options account up until you get to at least $800 to $1,000. All right, because what I don't want us to do is trying to come in our options game playing cheap as hell, trying to come in this motherfucker and trying to, instead of having a building mindset, trying to come in and trying to turn $100 into $10K in 2 weeks. You feel me? That's the blow your account method. That's the goddamn, you feel what I'm saying? That's the unsuccessful trader mindset. I'm finna come in motherfucker with $100. I'm finna get lucky, and I'm gonna turn this 100 to 10,000. You feel me? So he said, man, that's when you getting back. Exactly, bro. Right, because you playing so cheap that you get contracts, that ain't worth nothing. Okay? So what you do is, if you like, all right, cool, I got a solid $500 right now to start learning this options trading shit. What you're gonna do is build on that 500. You're gonna put up $100 per week for that month. So now at the end of the month, you got $900. Now you getting somewhere. You feel me? Now you can buy a certain worthy contract or two, that actually makes sense. Versus you trying to buy contracts for damn $50. You trying to buy 0 DTEs and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So now here's what I'll say, right? Also, when it comes to trading, okay, as we know, there's more risk that comes with trading than long-term investing, right? So what you would do is you want to understand that, okay, whatever money I put in my trading account, I gotta be willing to at least lose half of it. You have to be okay. Not saying that you are gonna lose half of it. Not saying that you will, right? But all I'm saying is you want to be okay with that, because you want to accept the risk. If you put money in the options trading account, or in general, right, in your investing account in general, that you need to pay your rent with, that you need to pay your car note with, if you put money that you need for your utility bills in there, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be so attached to that money, right? You're going to be so attached to that money that it's not going to be able to allow you to trade the correct way that you need to trade. You're going to have way too much emotion connected to that money, because you absolutely need the money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's money, you putting money on there that damn near like determines your life. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we don't want to do. So I'm not the person to tell you, bro, hey, oh my nigga, yeah, you got 1,000 shit, cool, come up. No, make sure you're comfortable on the outside of this shit first. You feel me? Because even if you feel like, yeah, you got that 1,000 to risk, and then what happens if the shit don't go your way? You're a beginner trader. You already don't know what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So you lose the money, but you need that money to pay your car note for that month. Now you fucked over. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I don't want us to do, man. I want us to, think on the outside of this shit too as well, right? So let me tell y'all the key to this trading and this investing shit that niggas don't really put y'all on game with. I'm about to really watch this, bro. It's not all about trading and investing. The reason why I'm able to trade and invest comfortably and fluently is because I also got income on the outside of this shit. So I don't have to rush my trade to work out. I don't have to rush my play as soon as I put it in. I don't need this bitch to hurry up and work for me, because I need this money in the market to go pay some shit on the outside of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in plays right now, nigga. If them bitches take 2 years to work out for me, I'm still good on the outside of this shit, gang. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you think it on that type of level. Not saying that you need to be rich first. Not saying that you need to have 20,000 first. I'm not saying that. Listen to what I'm saying. You need to be comfortable first. I'm saying, nigga, don't be one of them niggas where you behind on your bills, but you trying to fucking options trade. You not even caught up with your bills on the outside of this shit, bro. This shit is something second, right? This shit is something that once you feel what I'm saying, right? Now with long-term investing, I always tell people, hey, I don't care, nigga, whether you living on the street right now. You still need to, I don't care, nigga, if you living on the street right now and somebody just gave you 25 cents, nigga, you need to be figuring out how to invest at least 10 cents of that shit. At any point in your life, long-term investing is always acceptable. I don't care what level you at, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because the long-term investing, y'all, is really a fucking wealth machine. Look at the risk, gang. You have no expiration date on the shit. You feel what I'm saying? While options is the bulk of the risk. But I'm telling you, if you know what you're doing, you cannot lose long term. Right? But when it comes to options trading, right, or trading, you need to be comfortable, right, a certain level in life to be able to put up that extra money. Because if you put that money in the market that you needed to pay your rent with, and you lose it, you feel what I'm saying? And that's what I don't want us to do, man. You know? He said, if you don't got 5 to 10K save options, no, that's not it, bro. I didn't have 10K save, nigga, when I started options, bro. I'm gonna be on 8,000 with you, my boy. Nigga, I told y'all, gang, I got this shit out. Bro, listen what I'm about to tell y'all, bro. You know what I did? I did the same method. I did the same method that I just told y'all. I got myself to a comfortable level, right? I got myself to a comfortable level in life. I put up my 500 in my brokerage account, but I added to it, right? So once I got me around 1,200, then I was like, all right, cool, I can start to use this 1,200 to learn this shit. Don't get me wrong, did I blow the 1,200 at first? Fuck, yes. Because I didn't have you know what I'm saying? I ain't had the knowledge. I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing at first. I was too hard-headed to get a mentor. You feel what I'm saying? Certain shit. Yeah, I lost the money, but when I lost that money, gang, I didn't go flat broke after this shit. That's the point I'm saying. Like, nigga, it wasn't like I lost the money, I lost the 1,200, and then it was like I had no money left. You feel what I'm saying? But bro, I didn't have $10,000 when I first started this options trading shit, bro. You feel me? I ain't even have, bro. I ain't even have 5K, gang. I can't remember. That shit was 3 years ago. But I know for a fact it wasn't 10, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So that was the key, bro. Building to this shit. But y'all know what saved me? Let me put y'all on game. Long-term investing. I made the bulk of my money till to this day. The bulk of my cheese comes from long-term investing. Long-term investing is so fucking easy, gang. It's so fucking like, it's a damn near a cheat code, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro. Like, especially when I first started, do y'all know the most money I ever lost in the market was from options trade? I've never lost no money in the market when it comes to long-term investing. You can't. How the fuck can you lose long-term investing, gang? You feel what I'm saying? So the bulk of my wealth, the bulk of my money came from, in the market came from long-term investing, bro, still to this day. Let me put y'all on game. Do you know that Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, never traded options? Go look at his annual meetings. Go look at his interviews, and when they ask him about options trading, short-term options trading, day trading, swinging, all that type of shit, he never touched it. He always said, what did Warren Buffett always say? He always said that he never focused on short-term price action. He didn't give a fuck about it. So that goes to show you that long-term is the name of the game. That's why I changed my mindset to the way I play options. So I agree with Warren Buffett, but I'm also like, dog, I thought of it like, okay, if I know I'm doing this shit right here with long-term investing, oh shit, let me put the pieces together. What if I can combine the two? What if I can combine long-term investing with options? That's when the nigga stop losing money in this shit. Peep game. If you paying attention right now, you understand what if you a smart nigga, you'll be able to literally like connect the dots there. If I just said that Warren Buffett never traded options, he was against that shit in Berkshire Hathaway with his company. All his shit came from long-term shares, buying and selling shares. He said he stayed away from short-term price action. And he's the greatest investor of all time. And me, I noticed myself that I've never lost money long-term investing. And the bulk of my money came from long-term investing. But I lost money options trading. Holy shit, I got 100% win rate over here. What if I can rewire some shit and combine the two? To where now theta doesn't affect none of my contracts that I buy. Meaning I could be down 20% in some shit and let that motherfucker, watch that motherfucker come all the way back, break even to green. Niggas see me do it in my community all the time, gang. For the last 3 fucking months since I started the community. But it's a certain way of how I'm doing it. If you a smart nigga, you be able to connect the dots right there. So I don't rely on short-term price action. Not saying nothing is wrong with that, but I'm just going with what has the highest probability and what the greatest investor of all time said, which makes sense. I get it, bro. Now I understand why him and his company, Berkshire Hathaway, accumulated so much damn wealth. 300 plus billion. Do y'all know, bro? I know y'all understand this shit, man. Nigga, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, them been the 2 richest men since we was in fucking elementary school, gang. Before I even knew about this stock shit, for some reason, somehow, I always knew that Warren Buffett was the greatest investor of all time. I always knew that this nigga was worth hundreds of billions. Why is that? Why do you think that is? For all these years. You feel me? He said, I made 700 plus around 2020 before the toilet paper crisis. What are some decent stocks now to start with? I'm going to tell you, bro. Walmart. I keep telling y'all niggas this shit, bro. It's under $100, gang. It's going to go back above $100. If you don't believe this shit, you're damn near slow. Let me put y'all on game, bro. Nvidia just hit a high of $158 today. $158. Do you know in 2020, early 2024, Nvidia went to a high of $1,400? Do you know that they was buying Nvidia at 900, 800, 700, 1,000, 1,200? That motherfucker stock split right? That motherfucker stock split in 2024, 2025, that bitch just went to a low of fucking $87. So I already knew to buy the dip because I'm like, okay, these niggas was buying this same stock at $1,400. This motherfucking stock split is now trading at a low of $87. And they have grown revenue, grown earnings, grown net profit, grown guidance. But this motherfucker just trading at a cheaper price. Why not buy the dip on this motherfucker? So do you honestly think that if niggas was buying this stock at $900, they not gonna buy the same damn stock that even got better as a company at $87? That's why it's back at an all-time high right now. Bro, a lot of this shit, man, is people make this investing shit so hard than what it seems, bro. I get my niggas in my group the same example right here. If you got some Jordan 12s, right? If a nigga is trying to sell you some Jordan 12s, the flu games, right? He trying to sell you the flu games, right? For, let's just say they retail at $500. They authentic and everything, right? He got them for $500. If that nigga try to sell you the same Jordan 12, the same flu games for $100, they authentic, they not no knockoffs, nothing, right? For $100, you telling me you not gonna take them? They $400 cheaper, bro. They the same damn shoe. Nothing changed about them. He's selling you the same high quality shoe that was $500 for $100. So it's the same shit with a stock. If none of the fundamentals changed about the company, we already know last year the shit was traded at a high of $1,400. They was still buying that bitch, and now this motherfucker is $87. It's common sense to buy. It's damn near telling you, hey, buy me, please buy me. I'm giving y'all free game, bruh. I'm 32, love seeing young brother cook and talk. Hell yeah, appreciate it, my boy. You already know, bro. For sure, man. You feel me? He said, so if I'm just trying to and go long term, you think it's easy to get rich than day trading? Bro, a lot of people don't even understand that you don't even got an options trade, bruh. The only thing is that's to you. Do you want a little bit more quicker money, a little bit more quicker return on your money, or do you want a faster return on your money? That's all this shit is about. You feel what I'm saying? It's not about whether a person needs to be trading or need to be trading or need to be investing long term. It's all about what you want. Do you want a faster return on your money or a longer return on your money? You feel what I'm saying? That's all this shit about. But the key is both, bro. Right? Because the biggest thing is this, y'all. The long-term investing, that's the safety net. That's the shit you just automatically supposed to be doing. You feel what I'm saying? To continue to build wealth, have ownership, buy assets, shit like that, right? The real shit in life, right? But the options, that's the income coming in every month. That's the, the extra power up on your percentages of your money. You feel what I'm saying? That's the lifestyle money. That's the money we take and we go goddamn, you feel what I'm saying? But that's also the money we take, the extra percentage of that money too we take, and we go do what, y'all? We go buy shares with it. So now at that point, we buying the shares for free. We go print the money in the market, and then we go invest long term. So now we buying our long term shares for free. If you paying attention, you learning something right now. You understand this shit. He said, so regardless of the risk, you said, so regardless, you saying the risk going to be the same then? No, it's less riskier long-term investing. With long-term investing, bro, you damn near got to be a dumbass to lose money long-term investing. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, you just got to. You got to be one of the people where it's like, bro, because don't sell. When you down on a long-term investment, don't sell, bro. Just add to lower your average cost. You have no expiration date. Why are you panicking if you down? You feel what I'm saying? That's right. The risk isn't investing, y'all. The risk is not investing. That's what the risk is. That's what they don't tell you. So every day that you don't invest, every day that you don't learn a high income skill such as trading, your life is at risk at that point. You understand what I'm saying, bro? And I want y'all to understand this, right? The rich didn't get rich after. No, the rich. Damn, what's that quote? They said the rich didn't start. Here it is, right here. Watch this, right? So the rich didn't start investing after they got rich. They got rich from investing. Think about it. I live by this shit. Understand it, right? I said the rich didn't get rich didn't start investing after they got rich. They got rich from investing. So the money they got in the first fucking place came from what? Investing. Whether it was from a business, whether it was from stocks or real estate, the three fucking pillars of wealth that we all need to have. You cannot create wealth without them three things. So the rich got rich from investing. They didn't just pop up with no money, gang, and then start investing. No. Don't get me wrong. Did some niggas have handouts? Yes. I understand that. You feel what I'm saying? Certain billionaires and millionaires, they had, millions handed down to them. But what did they do, y'all? How do you think they turned that million to billions? From fucking investing. So no matter, even if a nigga say, Warren Buffett had a handout, he had a fund. He started with $1 million. But don't you see he invested the shit? He didn't take the million off. He didn't take the million that he got handed down and fuck it off like we would do as a people. No, he took the money and he invested the shit and became the best investor of all time. Donald Trump. People say, Donald Trump had a handout. He really had it. Okay, cool. But he didn't take the money and fuck it off. He invested the shit. So, even if a nigga do start investing after they get rich or after they get a handout or they came from a trust fund or a wealth fund, they still invest after. But what do we do with our money, y'all? We do bullshit with it, man. You feel what I'm saying? And nothing wrong with doing bullshit with your money. Just do it after you invest first, my nigga. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I stress on this bitch, y'all. That's all I just try to tell everybody, man. It's nothing wrong with living, nothing wrong with spending your money, nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, right? We supposed to live, but make sure we building wealth at the same time, man. You know what I'm saying? Meaning for every $100 you get, bro, put a percentage up and invest that shit, gang. For every $100 that you ever touch, my nigga, just promise me that you will put up a percentage in your brokerage account, gang. Because you're gonna thank me later, my nigga. 10 years, 5 years, 3 years from now, and say, damn, my nigga Chris really told me every time I get some money, just put even if it's $20, even if it's $1, even if it's $1 a month, my nigga, please, bro, just put it in your brokerage account and invest that shit. That's how we gonna grow as a people, dog. That's how we gonna get to the point where, you feel me? We changing the aspect of our damn community in our lives, bro. You feel me? Cause think about it, bro. We letting the people, dog. We letting the people who created all this shit in the first place have all the wealth and have all the ownership and everything. You feel what I'm saying? He said, if you're starting off ETFs, yep. My boy knows something. Appreciate my boy, the real Don. My boy be on it, yep. VOO, VTI. That's what I got in my IRA. Let me put y'all on game then, right? IRA, right? So this is another way where you can save money and invest for your future. Okay, this is something called an IRA, an individual retirement account. All right. And what this individual retirement account does is you have a certain amount, I think it's like $6,800 or maybe like $7,000 or something a year that you could put in there, right? In your Roth IRA. But what it does is, a lot of people don't know this, it's tax-free money because you putting the money in from your IRA that you's already taxed on. So when you put the money in your IRA, any money that you accumulate with inside of your IRA, when you take it out, you're not getting taxed for it. That's the benefit of the Roth IRA, right? But here's the game. The Roth IRA is set up specifically for you to become a millionaire. Literally, that's why they created. So at bare minimum, if you do nothing in life, by the time you turn 60, 70 years old, at least you got $1 million, my nigga. You feel me? Due to compound interest. Due to investing. Okay? Meaning when you put the money in there, what it does is it gives you compound interest on whatever money is in there so that you accumulate. Here's an example. This is just a brief example. Okay? If you put $20 in your Roth IRA, okay? And after a month, that $20 is going to be $22. If you don't even invest in no stock, after a month, they're going to give you $2 on that $20 sitting in there. Now, what they're going to do is that $22 now they're going to pay you interest on that $22, on the interest that they gave you. So now, instead of them giving you $2 for having the 22, now at the end of that month, they're giving you $4. So now you got $26 off of $20 in 2 months. So just imagine that if you putting thousands into that bitch, though, over a span of a year. Think about it. Then imagine, right, if you really want to power up, start investing in that bitch. Now they paying you interest on the money you adding in that motherfucker and the gains that you getting from your investments. It's a machine. Bro, if y'all don't do nothing else, at least get you an IRA, my nigga. Even if you don't want to take this trading shit or investing shit serious, bro, just get an IRA. Right? Something else. Stop putting your money in bank accounts. Go get a high yield saving account. Go get a 4% APY savings account at least. What is that, Chris? I ain't never heard of that in my life, bro. I'm from the trenches. I'm from the gut. I'm from the hood, bro. Nobody never taught me that, my nigga. What is that, bro? You want to know what that is? What that is basically an account, right? Robinhood, Webull, Apple got one, where they give you 4% interest on your money just sitting in that motherfucker. Via bank account, I just made a video on it. You put money in your bank account, no matter how much, they're gonna try to give you the lowest percentage or lowest interest on your balance in the bank account as possible that they can get away with. Your money in your bank account isn't made for that shit to grow, gang. You feel me? So go look up what a high yield savings account is and take all your money out of Bank of America and put it in that. And you would thank me later, bro, if you don't do nothing else, my nigga. How you doing? You feel me? I hope y'all learning something, man. All this shit is stuff I figured out, bruh. And I figured out most of this, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. I learned all this from the white man, you know? All this, I never had nobody my skin color when I first started. That's who put me on the IRA, who put me on investing, who put me on trading in the first damn place. This shit isn't taught in our community. And now I'm at the point where I want to spread this shit to anybody, no matter what race you are, no matter where you come from, no matter if you already got money, no matter if you coming from a point in life where you don't have a lot of money, or wherever, if you got a job, if you know what I'm saying, if you in the streets. You know, I speak to niggas in the streets, bro. I tell them niggas, hey, I get what you doing, my nigga, but what are you doing with the money, bro? You gonna pass down dirty money to your kids, my nigga? So you gonna do all this shit in the streets. You got kids. If something happened to you, my nigga, right? Or even when you get old, even if you didn't trap the streets out and you done got $1 million out the streets, how are you gonna strategically pass the shit down to your kids? So are you one of them niggas where you telling me you don't care about your kids? You don't care about passing this shit down? Okay, well, nigga, you need to figure out a way to turn that dirty money clean, my nigga. Go open you a fucking investing account. This is some free game for my niggas in the streets, man. Watch this. Do you know and do you understand that if you ever get caught up doing the shit you doing, that the feds, they're not going to expect you to have an investing account? They already look at you like a dumbass because you selling drugs. They already look at you like a dumbass because you're doing certain shit in the streets, gang. They're not going to expect for you to be a smart enough nigga to invest in stocks. And guess what? You can open a brokerage account. You can be a felon. You can be a fucking rapist. They don't care, gang. As long as you got a fucking bank account, and to add that money in that brokerage account, you can get in there. They don't give a fuck. Right? But if you in the streets, instead of having your money in a fucking mattress, or, you know what I'm saying, somewhere where the feds really can understand where you put your money at, they not going to expect you to have a fucking brokerage account, my nigga. So this is what you do. You don't open it up in your name. You go get a family member. You go get somebody else, right? Let's just say, nigga, you done trapped out $500K in the streets, gang. Don't open a brokerage account in your name. Don't open a bank account in your name. Go give it to your little sister. Have her open the brokerage account. Give her the money. Have her open the bank, connect the bank to the brokerage account, have her transfer all the money to the fucking investing account. This shit isn't connected to you, bruh. That way, nigga, if anything happened to you in life, my nigga, that money is secured for your kids, for your family. All the dirty money that you done got trapped out the street, scamming, all that shit, gang. The feds can't seize that shit. So even the street niggas gotta know about this shit, man. Come on, bro. Who is telling these niggas this shit, gang? Who in the community is telling these niggas this shit, bro? Don't get me wrong, would I recommend a nigga do that? No, but I'm saying, nigga, at least, gang, if you not gonna take this shit serious, at least think long term, bro. Feel what I'm saying? Bro, it's so much shit we gotta learn, and that I'm learning, bro. And everything that I learn, I come on here and I tell y'all. Everything that I learn, I go to my community and I tell them. You feel what I'm saying? Because I understand that, nigga, if I just keep all my knowledge, then that's not gonna lead me nowhere in life. I understand the more people that I can get on my same type of mindset level, the further I'ma get in life. You feel me? We stronger together as a team, dog. And a lot of this shit come from seeing my niggas fail, gang. I got tired of that shit, bro. I swear to God, dog. Like, I got tired of seeing, my family fail, bro. And the niggas I grew up with fail, gang, because they wouldn't talk this certain shit, bro. I know niggas in the streets that have ran up 6 figures and lost it all because they had the shit under a fucking mattress. You open it, you doing illegal shit, and you opening up bank accounts in your fucking name. Like, certain shit, bro, where it's like, dog, if we not gonna fully change our mindset and understand to go this specific legit route, then at least, my nigga, if you doing certain things that you know you shouldn't be doing, bro, that you gotta look over your shoulder for, at least do it smart, my nigga. You feel me? See, niggas be trapping and buying desire. Niggas don't even buy assets like trapping gonna last forever. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I understand, man. I know some niggas in certain positions where like they gotta trap. I get it. Or you feel like you gotta trap. All right, cool. I'm not the person to say, oh, man, because I'm not in your shoes, bro. But what I will say is, you do have control of what you do after you get the money, my nigga. So even if you is trapping, if you is scamming, if you is stealing cars, my nigga, stealing strikers and goddamn nigga selling them bitches for parts, gang, and getting paper off that shit, or whatever you doing, my nigga, you stealing cars, selling them bitches for $5K each. What are you doing with the money after though? You feel what I'm saying? So you could do all this shit, bro. I'm not the one nigga to really tell you, but don't do all this shit. Do I suggest it? No, but niggas don't listen. So if you is, gang, at least the money that you get out of this shit, do something right with it. That's all I be trying to preach, bro. That's all I be trying to tell niggas, gang. Even if a corporate nigga, even a legit nigga, if you working a job, gang, you getting your money legally, niggas still don't fuck the money off. You feel what I'm saying? So that be my biggest thing, man. Appreciate everybody tapping in and standing alive, man. I'm just kicking shit, man. I'm just really trying to, man, just get motherfuckers to understand this shit, dog. That's all I be on, man. You feel me? And I don't really be on no preacher type stuff. I just really be speaking my mind, shit. I feel like, I'm feeling in a missing void for this for this financial literacy space and this investing in this trading space. You feel me? I feel like I do got a certain niche because I relate to all levels and walks of life. You feel me? I relate to everybody, gang. I relate to you if you work a job, my nigga. I relate to you if you came from nothing. I relate to you, nigga, if you came from a good household and you didn't come from nothing. I still relate from you. I relate to you. I get where you coming from, my nigga. I relate to the niggas getting it out the mud, getting it out the street. I relate to the businessmen. I relate to the entrepreneurs. I relate to the investors. I relate to everybody. You feel me? And I'm still growing, gang. I'm not rich yet. I don't have $1 million yet. Right? So that's also where my hunger comes from. Because all this shit I know got the potential to make me and get me to that point in life. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't need niggas fuck up where they look at it as like, oh, I need $1 million to goddamn put my community on something. No, nigga, if you got a lane, gang, a correct lane that's transforming your life, just because you don't have $1 million don't mean you can't put, you know what I'm saying? At least spark people brain with this shit. Now, whether they listen is up to them. A lot of people not gonna listen till they see you with $1 million. You feel what I'm saying? Till they see you pulling up in a Rolls Royce. But the ones who listen to you now, them is the ones you need to pour into. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care about everybody who not listening to me because I don't. If you need to see me in a damn Rolls Royce for me to tell you some real shit, then nigga, I don't want you to listen to me anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dead ass, bro. If you need to see me with a fucking Richard Mille on for me be able to tell you to learn to invest, gang, and to really take me serious, then your mindset already fucked up. You feel me? But I just know when I get to the certain point and stage in my life, gang, that all this shit gonna pay off, man. Y'all gonna remember me on these lives and, doing certain things like, damn, that shit was crazy. Like, I remember bruh saying all this shit. That nigga didn't even have $1 million and now he got that shit. Or, damn, now this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna know, bruh. Y'all gonna see my account sizes, the shit I get to trading with, all type of shit, gang. And guess what? My community, everybody who believe in me, they coming with me too. You feel me? So everybody who learning this shit from me, at the same time, they coming with me too. You get what I'm saying, bro? So it shouldn't take for, you know, a person to see you with a certain, or be a certain status in your life for them to believe in you. My community believe in me, man. You know? He said, how long you been doing this, and how you daily schedule? I've been doing this for 3 years, man. So I've been learning, trading, investing for 3 years now, and I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot. I wasn't profitable my first year and a half. After a year and a half, I became profitable, but I struggled at first. But what did I do? I took the chance to get mentorships. I done took programs, joined Discord, did everything I could, man, because I always knew the power of this shit. I never stopped quitting. I never stopped going. I never quit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but I got to a low at a point in time in my life with this shit, man. And we gonna go through that sometimes, you know. Not everybody gonna start off profitable. But I promise, man, if you somebody right now, this is to all my people who blown their accounts, man. This is to everybody right now, you know, where you like at your lowest with this stock shit, bro. And you at your lowest with this investing shit. Bro, I promise you, keep going, dude. Do not quit, bro. Because I looked at it like this. I said to myself, bro, even if I don't become successful with this shit, at least bare minimum, when I have a son or my little sister or something, at least I could pass down the knowledge that I felt like I gained, or the experience that I gained in my time in this shit, and pass it on to them, and maybe they'll figure it out. You feel me? So even if you don't figure it out, bro, keep going, because somebody after you can figure this shit out. You feel me? Because once it clicks, all the losses that you took, all the depression that you had, all the stress that you had, bro, it's gonna overcome all of that. You feel me? So I know there's some people in here where it's like, man, it's not clicking for me. I need, you know, go through the steps, man. Sometimes you may have to take a step back. Sometimes you may have to really, like, you know, just self-assess. You know, if you're not consistent in the market right now. That's okay, bro. Don't beat yourself up, because what are you trying to do, bro? You're trying to learn. You're literally trying to learn a skill that was not taught to us in school. Not taught to us from our families, our fathers, right? Nobody. We're trying to learn this shit all from scratch and change our whole family dynamic. You feel me? So you can't beat yourself up if you like, oh, I don't get it. I don't get it right now. That's okay, bro. Just keep going. He said your worst moments create your greatest comebacks. Said when you started, how much was you investing in the beginning? Investing long term, I was investing anything I could, bro. I never saved the money, dog. I always invested it. To this day. I save money, then I straight invest it, or I invest while I'm saving. Whatever I'm doing, I'm always investing, gang. So, shit. That's how I break that shit down, dog. But I remember when I first had my first $1,000 invested, man, in the stock market. Like, I remember it, bro. I screenshot it. I still got it in my phone to this day, man. Like, I felt real pride in myself, bro, because I was the first person in my family to you know what I'm saying, to just shoot for this shit. You know, the first in my neighborhood where I'm from, you know, the first in my class growing up to you know what I'm saying, to really shoot for this shit, man. And I remember having my first 1K. I remember having my first, man, I remember my long-term portfolio. I was in the gym at one point, had first hit, the market was running, and I had hit $1,000 in gains. And even I remember that. You know, that was a crazy experience. I remember when I had my first 10K portfolio. That was a goal of mine. That shit was a crazy experience. This shit is all about, you know, just keep going, man, and just hitting, just knocking them goals down, you know. Like, I can't wait for the day my goal, you know, is to have $1 million options in long-term portfolio. You feel me? I've always said that. And, you know, Our goals with this market, man, we should shoot for the stars, man. Don't never settle for less with the market because they don't. BlackRock don't. Vanguard don't. Fidelity don't. JP Morgan and Chase don't. Morgan Stanley don't. You feel what I'm saying? They never settle for less with this shit. So why you limit yourself, bro? Now at the point that's when you get the ball rolling. Now at the beginning, don't really have no crazy goals. You know what I'm saying? No, don't come in like don't with the mindset of I'm trying to make 10K a month, like, and you a beginner. Like, how the fuck you gonna go from not knowing shit to just automatically making? You know what I'm saying? You want to be realistic with your goals with this shit, man. How I lock in with you? The link in my bio. After you click the link in my bio, you're gonna see a tab that says Trading and Investing Class Pro Plan, full community access. It's $50. You're gonna pay $50 one-time fee and then $10 a month. That's it, bro. That's all I charge, dog. And if you willing to invest that in yourself, then you're gonna get a fucking 1,000,000% return on that shit. Like everybody in my group. He said, what's the best in the market to buy at this moment? You gotta be in the community. You gotta be tapped in with me, dog. I give call out, stock plays, all that shit. You know? But man, he said we need a investing group. We more powerful together. Exactly, bro. Like what I want to do with my community one day, man, I want to build a community full of, like just traders, people that do credit, people that do real estate, people that start businesses up, all type of shit, Should I take the risk by trading? Learn a high income skill, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, dog. Even if it's not trading. This is my point, y'all. Even if it's not, do I recommend trading? Yes. Is trading the easiest barrier to get into? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to start with your real money first, learning this shit. You don't have to put up your physical, actual cash first to learn this shit first. We have something that's called paper trading. You can't do that with a business. You can't do that with real estate. We have the easiest entry barrier than any other asset class ever. You can literally start off with fake money paper trading to even just get a basic knowledge of this trading shit first before you ever risk any of your real capital. That's the beauty of it. You feel what I'm saying? Until you're really comfortable where you're like, okay, cool, I want to start off with my real capital now, then you can. Right? But that's why I say, I don't understand why people, don't at least try to learn this, even if they don't have the money yet, or if they're not willing to risk the money yet, because you can start learning this shit for free. Right? You can go on Webull, you can go on Robinhood, you can go on Thinkorswim. Certain apps will let you paper trade. Now, you want to paper trade with knowledge. You don't want to be damn trading with position size of $1 million if you're not going to be doing that in your live account. That's the mistake people make paper trading. You feel what I'm saying? So the mistake people make paper trading is because with paper trading, they let you trade with any amount possible. You feel me? These niggas will let you trade with $10 million. Some wild shit, So what people would do is they will paper trade with fake money with $1 million fucking position size, knowing they don't got that in real life. That shit dumb as hell. They don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to start off with shit that you're gonna be putting into your live account, starting off to trade with. Do that make sense? So if you like, all right, cool, I'm gonna have $2,500 to start live trading with, then start learning and paper trading with a $2,500 position size, not $1 million position size, bro. You gotta think logical, dog. So yes, bro, everybody need to learn a high income skill. The skill that I'm perfecting and the skill that I've learned, if we go through a crisis tomorrow, I'm still gonna make money, gang. You feel what I'm saying? I can make money whether the market go up, down, sideways, backwards, do a backflip. That motherfucker can jump off a bridge. That motherfucker could do anything, gang. That bitch could jump off a springboard, do a dive, all type of shit. I'm gonna still make money, gang. You feel me? That's why I love this stock shit, bro. But that's why you need to be able to have, a recession-proof skill to learn this shit, bro. Real shit, man. We live in a society. All this shit is a society, bro. Like, all this shit, man, is, life is beautiful, gang. But don't get me wrong. A lot of this shit is like, we gotta look at certain shit that correlate with what, bro. When I started to look at and see the market, like, damn, everything that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis revolve around the stock market, and my whole life will revolve around the stock market, and I'm not participating in this shit. I felt like I was in the Matrix. If y'all ever watched the movie The Matrix, if you didn't, go watch it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch that shit tonight when I get home. You feel me? Because that's what it reminded me of. I felt like I was really in a Matrix. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe this shit. You mean to tell me the brand I use to brush my teeth with every fucking morning is on the stock market. The car I drive is on the stock market. The clothes I wear on the stock market. The tissue I wipe my ass with is on the stock market. You feel me? The baby wipes you wipe your kid's ass is on the stock market, bruh. Think about that shit. The baby oil, all that fucking baby oil Diddy had, that shit on the stock market, gang. Johnson & Johnson, bruh. Dead ass, gang. I swear to God, bro. I'm not making this shit up, bruh. So everything that you do on a day-to-day life, that shit is on the market, bro. It's all revolving around you. You make the shit keep going up. We're consumers, bro. Why do you think the U.S. is the most consumer country in the world? Who do you think is giving these companies this much damn revenue? Who do you think is giving Apple so much fucking revenue a year? Us, y'all. Because we keep fucking buying iPhones no matter what. So until y'all stop buying iPhones, until y'all stop buying headphones from Apple, until y'all stop letting Apple sneak this payments coming out your fucking Cash App and your goddamn, your Apple Pay. Y'all know how they be slick dissing them payments and shit. You look up and you be like, damn, Apple would have took $20 from a nigga. You fucking around gotta lock your card fucking with Apple. I swear to God, bro. You look at your statements and you be like, how the fuck Apple get my money, gang? So until they stop doing that, they're gonna keep, you feel me? The stock is gonna keep going up, bro. But we keep letting the shit happen every day and we not participating on the shit on the back end, bro. You feel me? This real shit, man. Y'all gotta pay attention to this shit, man. I swear. No, I appreciate everybody tapping in, though. Y'all be making me laugh, man. He said court fees, lawyer fees. Hell yeah. Real shit, man. Michelle, I just want to get on here and tell y'all how much y'all need to be started with, you know. If you didn't catch that part, just go back. I'm going to post this live. Go back to the beginning. Also, y'all got to tap in with me. Follow my Twitch. Follow my YouTube, too, right? So if you like, damn, y'all like my live videos and y'all like my clips and my edits and shit I be making, all that shit I be posting on YouTube, bro. The mixes and all that shit, if y'all want to laugh and everything, and learn at the same time, you feel me? And then shit, if you want to learn this investing in this trading shit, tap in with me, bro. Shit's not expensive to learn this shit, dog. I got you. All right? So y'all know where to find me. Invest y'all bag. Y'all keep going. I want to see everybody win, man. We gonna get to this shit. One love.